In a quiet village, tucked away by the sea, there lived a humble fisherman named Mr. John. His life was a simple rhythm, dictated by the tides. Every morning, long before the sun even thought about rising, he'd take his small wooden boat out onto the water, casting his net into the gentle waves. He always caught just enough fish to feed himself, and the rest he'd sell at the local market. It was a simple life, but a lonely one, with no family to come home to. The sound of the ocean was often his only companion. One afternoon, as he was walking to a neighboring village to sell his catch, something unusual stopped him in his tracks. Along the forest path, a man with torn clothes and hollow, hungry eyes sat slumped beside a small, whimpering tiger cub. Mr. June, intrigued and a little concerned, approached him. "Friend," he asked gently, "why are you sitting here with a tiger cub?" The man let out a long, weary sigh. "I have no food, no money," he confessed, his voice weak. "My family hasn't eaten in 2 days. If you give me your fish, you can take the cub." "I can't care for it anymore." Mr. John hesitated. A wild creature? It was a huge risk. But then he looked down at the tiny, helpless cub, and his heart melted. A thought flickered in his mind. Maybe this little one can bring some life to my empty home. He handed over his entire basket of fish and cradled the small cub gently in his arms, carrying it back to his village. When the villagers saw him walking through the street with the tiger cub, they were stunned. "John, have you lost your mind?" one of them cried out. "That's a tiger. It will grow up and kill you one day," they all warned, their faces etched with fear and disbelief. But Mr. John just smiled. "Don't worry," he said calmly. "I'll raise it with love. It'll grow to know me." He built a strong, sturdy cage right beside his little hut and began to care for the cub. He fed it every single day, giving it the best parts of his catch. Slowly but surely, the cub grew stronger, and so did the bond between them. Mr. John found a joy he hadn't known in years. He would talk to the cub for hours, tell it stories about the sea, and even take it on short, supervised walks along the shore. For the first time in a very long time, he didn't feel so alone. Years passed, and a tiny cub grew into a magnificent, powerful tiger. Its golden eyes sparkled in the sun, and its roar, deep and resonant, would sometimes echo through the village. Some villagers came to admire Mr. John's courage and the beautiful creature he had raised. Others still whispered that he was a fool. Tempting fate. But for John, the tiger wasn't just a beast, it was his family. One morning, just like any other, he set off for the neighboring village to sell his fish. He made sure the tiger was safely locked in its cage, gave it a fond farewell, and started his journey. The trip was long but routine, and he successfully sold his fish at the market. As he prepared to head home, disaster struck. A massive landslide had crashed down the mountain, completely blocking the only road back to his village. He was trapped. There was nothing he could do but wait. One day turned into 2, then 3, 4. It was 5 long days before the road was finally cleared. The moment it opened, he ran. He didn't walk. He sprinted all the way home, his heart pounding in his chest with every step. He finally reached his hut, his breath coming in ragged gasps. He rushed to the cage, his eyes searching desperately. And there it was. His tiger lay on the floor of the cage, alive, but frighteningly weak, its magnificent body gaunt from starvation. A wave of guilt so powerful it almost knocked him over washed through him. He fumbled with the lock, tears streaming down his face as he swung the gate open. "I'm so sorry, my friend," he whispered, his voice cracking with emotion. "I'm so sorry. But hunger is a primal force. It changes even the gentlest of souls." In that singular heart-stopping moment, instinct took over. The tiger, driven by days of desperate starvation, saw not its friend, not its caregiver, but a source of food. It attacked. Mr. John's years of love and devotion collided with the unchangeable, wild truth of nature. Some things can never truly be tamed. Thank you so much for watching. This story is a powerful reminder of the delicate balance between love and the wild. If you are moved by this tale, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more stories that make you think. We'll see you in the next one.